For today's Ask Austin, I'm talking to Matt from Ceangail. Morning Matt, how are you doing today?
Not too bad, Austin, yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks. So Matt, you run Ceangail. Do you want to tell us a bit about what you guys do?
Yeah, sure. So I'm director at Ceangail. We're a social enterprise events delivery company. We're based in Stirling, albeit we do look to cover the whole of Scotland. And we have a mix of connecting events and event delivery with young people, communities, food and drink traders and more.
Cool, excellent. So do you want to tell us a wee bit more about the sorts of events that you have been involved in and ones you're going to get involved in going forward? Because I know you guys run the Highland Games, so do you want to maybe talk about that?
Yeah, of course. So I'm going back to 2014, where we first secured the delivery of the Stirling Highland Games. So essentially, we've delivered that since then, and we deliver annually in the middle of August. It's a combination of traditional Highland Games events, a food and drink experience, and we also introduced a creative arts element as well. And the reason why we were doing this is because at the start it became quite clear from our side that to get more visitor numbers, we needed to be doing something a little bit different. In 2015, we introduced the food and drink experience, and that's continued to grow year on year. And we attract award-winning food and drink producers from around Scotland into Stirling to Stirling Highland Games. And in 2017, we introduced a creative arts element. And all that means is that we introduced live music. And we generally have done that from around about midday onwards to about 10 o'clock at night.
So in terms of when you set this business up, what made you choose it as a social enterprise as opposed to a normal business format?
Yeah, well, I think that's probably got to do something with my journey myself. I have been involved in the third sector since 1999, where I became a fundraiser. I was raising funds for an educational charity that basically worked with 16 to 18-year-olds, so essentially S5 and S6, and it was to introduce them to the world of work. And from that point on, I actually found an area, shall we say, or a sector that I was very comfortable in terms of working within, knowing that I was doing more than just basically trying to earn a salary for myself. So since then, I've developed and worked with organisations on putting CSR frameworks in place. I founded, which initially started off as Forth Valley Social Enterprises back in 2012, and then we shortened that in 2016 to FVSE, and then we changed and rebranded last year to Ceangail because we want to have more of a national focus rather than just a Stirling or Forth Valley focus. But essentially, I got involved in founding the social enterprise because of, as I say, my journey as well within education. I think there's opportunity for more young people to get into employment by looking at more of a practical learning environment, and that's what Ceangail basically bring to the table. So everything that we do in our into events, into digital or into heritage training programs, there's a huge focus on the practical element for those young people to get involved in. And what we have found from that is that it actually builds those kind of softer skills, such as confidence. And if you've got more confidence, then those core skills that we're also trying to develop within those programs allows them to take that positivity forward to applying for jobs, to going to another positive destination, maybe another training program, maybe volunteering, etc. So a lot of where we are today is based on my thoughts and my background of where I have come from and where I think Ceangail can have a good impact.
Brilliant. So you mentioned into digital, and that's how I kind of met you. You've obviously been running some programs. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
So the three programs that we have, as you say, we have you down as one of our educators on the Into Digital. So the Into Digital program is essentially very much focused on an introduction to young people aged between 16 and 40. surrounding working with camera work, surrounding working with putting a feature together, and then taking those skills and posting it online. It generally happens over a 10-week period. What we've basically seen from previous digital programs that we've run is there's very much a shift change from that young person when we basically start working with them to the end. And I think the last program clearly identified those young people in terms of wanting to film within their local environment that they felt safe with, to actually then putting the suggestions in place to getting out into the community and to start filming some features on local businesses. And the whole point of our training programs is to just come at it at a different angle to where others potentially have come at it over the years. We're not really looking for the, shall we say, the A-class student. We're also looking in terms of the employability pipeline to be working with stage 1, 2 or 3. It's giving those young people those opportunities to develop those additional core skills and be part of that, of their journey to hopefully get back into employment.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great experience for me as well, because obviously I've been able to share the skills that I've learned over the last few years with these young people, and I think you hit the nail on the head when you were saying about, you know, they started the journey maybe not wanting to be there, or almost questioning, you know, why am I even here? And then at the end it was like, that was amazing, really enjoyed that, feel so much more confident. So a couple of the guys that we worked with last year, when we were working on the Highland Games film, one of them has actually done some work with me at weddings, and he's on schedule to do some more work this year as well. So
brilliant.
You know, it's great that he's still got an interest. He's going to college to do a course related to digital, so it's been great for him, and obviously from my perspective as well, to be able to help pass on that knowledge is great. It's great to be able to give something back. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So in terms of at the moment, obviously events are kind of up in the air. So what have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
Yeah, so essentially we started working from home about mid-March, but we've obviously been, shall we say, juggling until since January. Our event is always the third Saturday in August. So it's the 15th of August this year. And essentially it takes me approximately the full year to put the whole programme and pull the whole jigsaw together to actually make that event happen. Just because I'm working from home has not meant that I've just basically stopped. We are in that situation, whereas it stands just now, Stirling Highland Games is scheduled to go ahead, but obviously we are kept up to date with Scottish Government announcements, Events Scotland announcements, and we take guidance from that, because clearly we don't want to be putting anybody's life at risk. But the understanding is that just because we're in the scenario we're in just now, should we be in that positive position to run the event, we will not be able to turn that around once lockdown, basically, or once we come out of lockdown. We need to be constantly working in the background, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah, business as usual.
Up until the point, absolutely, we get told otherwise.
Yeah, I think we're all in the same boat, you know, because you just don't know what's going to happen. As you say, we don't know how long this is going to be going on. So yeah, it's not great, but you just got to do what you have to do. So in terms of people wanting to find out a bit more about Ceangail, where can they find out more information?
Well, we're across all the social media platforms. So again, probably should have mentioned as well, Ceangail is the Scots Gaelic for to connect, which essentially is what our whole process is about. When I spoke about our project, which is event and training programs combined, we are pulling various and connecting various sectors together: communities, businesses, young people, volunteers. So you can go onto any of the social media outlets and type in Ceangail. I know how you spell it is not how obviously you say it, so good luck to giving that a shot, but we're there. If you type it in right, we are there. You can also visit our website and either pick up the phone to us or email us at office@ceangail.org.
Excellent. I'll put all the links in the post so people can just click on them. Listen, Matt, that's been great. Thanks very much for your time. I know you're a busy man. Really appreciate it, and hope everything comes good in terms of the event in August.
Absolutely.
Okay, take care.
Appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to Matt for that today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not already a subscriber, subscribe above and switch on the notifications. Until the next time.